How's it going, guys? What's up? Welcome back to another weekly recap. You can say maybe that I'm in a new place. If you were coming here hoping from last week, like, oh, maybe there's good news, there isn't. This week has gotten worse than last week. Every week just gets progressively worse, and I don't know, at one point it's gonna be like, it's gonna come to an end and be shit. So yeah, this week has been god awful. I still don't have, fuck, I can't hold the camera. I still don't have my selfie stick thing, monopod, because I don't know where it is. It might be in my suitcase, but I can't search my suitcase. It's completely full. I'm not opening it. So, anyway, let's get into this week. It's been a really shitty one, and I just want to go through my thoughts again, because apparently that's a good idea. That doesn't make, it's not like it's worse to talk about or anything. Also, I'm uploading this late because, well, you'll know why. Issues. Just fucking life is terrible, dude. Everything is complete and utter shit, and every time I think it can't get worse, it gets a little bit worse. So yeah. Okay, 24th of November. I woke up at 10 a.m. due to construction outside, and then I got a message from the Le Pair agency saying that the family I'd interviewed with, they wouldn't have me because they had travel plans. Mostly just an excuse, I think, because they didn't like me, which is fine. It was an awkward interview, and meh, the girl was super. I don't know. Set up another interview for Monday, and then I tried asking my old host mum if I could stay at the place I was staying last week, that like parents' company place, and she said no, which is fucking douchey because I was literally filling a bed, and then it was me and like two other employees. Like I'm filling a bed. That's it. So yeah, you're not very considerate. You kicked me out with 3 days notice and fuck me. So that's really fucking douchey of her. I'm so upset about this shit. But yeah, and then yeah, I looked into a new place to stay, which is where I'm staying now. A lady on WeChat offered me that I could stay in her small apartment and sleep on the couch, and I very much said thank you. So yeah, that's basically where I am now. But yeah, I went to Longshanjiao, got a haircut. As you can, I said that last week as well, because last week I filmed it late as well. So I think in last week's vlog I'd already gotten the haircut. But yeah, 40 RMB haircut. I just walked for 15 minutes and found a place, and then he was like, I was like, how much? 40, and I was like, alright, don't fuck my shit up, please, fam. And then yeah, it was actually nice, because for one thing, he put like so much effort into it, which I was like, okay, sure. And then also, it was cheap. And then also the best thing, since he didn't speak English, there was no awkward small talk. I fucking hate when you're at the when you're getting a haircut and then they ask you all those shitty questions. It's like, oh, so what are you doing with your life? It's like it's the same shit every time. Like haircut small talk is terrible. Never gain anything. But anyway, then what did I do? What other stuff? Oh, I walked around the West Lake area, and then I had the cheap good kebab thing that I think I've already talked about. Oh, and a 1.5 RMB cookie, so that's like the cheapest fucking cookie ever, and it was pretty good. So yeah. What else? What else? What else? I feel like I'm holding the camera like shit, most probably because I am. So yeah. I decided I'd walk home from Westlake, which last week I lived really far away in the parents' company place. So Westlake was like, I was on one side of Westlake, and then the parents' company was on the other side. So walking home was like a 2 hour walk. But it was pretty nice. The weather was nice. There was lots of people doing their thing, and yeah, it was okay. Some guy was walking, and then he walks up next to me, and then his wife runs in front to take a photo of us. And then when they saw that I was like okay with it, I guess, because I smiled and was like, yes, sure. Then another guy wanted a photo. These were all old people, by the way. Another guy wanted a photo, and then another one, and then another one, and then a bunch of ladies wanted photos as well. Took like group photos, took individuals, and then I tried getting them to send me them on WeChat because they were really funny. I don't think I've ever smiled that much in a photo because I was just like laughing so hard. It was really ridiculous. It's the sort of thing that I wish I had that on camera because it was like really fucking dumb. Just so many old people wanting photos. But yeah. So, tried getting it on WeChat, but they didn't really understand or care, or I don't know what they were doing, but whatever. Then I went to the supermarket, which is also far away from where I lived, and I grabbed a Snickers and a Sprite, which to my knowledge, that Snickers was like the most fucked thing ever. It was like all old and weird because it was like a shitty supermarket. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Then I filmed a weekly recap last week, and then I got home and when I got home, sorry, and then I chilled and watched YouTube and edited photos and I watched Good Will Hunting again. That's a good movie. Eh? Fuck, I wish I had my monopod. I swear it's somewhere in my suitcase, but that's like, yeah, it's not good. Anyway, I woke up at 11 a.m. on the 25th of November, and then I went to Hangzhou, because, yeah, usually the place I hang out, and then I had tried a muffin, a cookie again, and another cake, and it was all pretty good. It's found this, like, it's not a bakery, I found this place. I found this new site. No, went to the Intercontinental Conference Center and the surrounding area, and then I didn't film it, which was a mistake, because I should have, because that area is so fucking cool. And yeah, it's a really nice area. So many like families and kids just chilling in the area. Really nice architecture. It's just really, really nice. And then I met up with a family that an au pair friend suggested. And both the parents spoke good English. The kid was 8 years old and super nice. And like instantly when I met him, he wasn't shy at all. He just wanted to like show me whatever. He played piano. He was like really nice. And I thought when I was going that I would be like talking to the parents about like expectations and stuff, but it basically just ended up with me like babysitting him, like just hanging out with him, which is good because some 1 hour interview where you just awkwardly like, yeah, I mean, actually showing what it would be like in the family is probably a better representation of, you know. So yeah, I basically just played soccer with him, watched him play piano, badminton, and then the family had me over for dinner, so I had dinner with them, which they had fish, which I'm not a fan of. The fish and crab, and I was like, fuck. He also had a little brother who couldn't speak any English, but he was, happy kid. So, whatever. What else? But yeah, I went at 4 p.m. and I thought I would be there for an hour or two, and then I ended up leaving at 8 p.m. And the dad got me a taxi home, so I didn't have to get fucked by public transport. So that was nice. They wanted me to start with them, but it sounded like they didn't want to do with the agency, which one is worse for me just in terms of benefits, and also the visa issue's an issue, funny enough. So yeah. Alright. Then you've got the 26th of November. I woke up early. Oh, the worker next to me, he had an alarm clock that he didn't listen to, and then it just kept ringing and ringing and ringing, and obviously woke me up, and I couldn't fall asleep with a fucking loud alarm clock, but he didn't, like, I don't know, he just kept sleeping. But yeah, then I slept till 11 again, and it wasn't good sleep. And then I had lunch at the Citizen Center. That's like the train stop, and that's the area where the Continental Conference Center is. And then I did film a video of the area because it's really nice. And I don't know how that video turned out, but I did it. So there you go. Then I went to Hangzhou and had a milk tea with mango coconut, I think, which it was pretty decent. First milk tea thing ever. It was 15 RMB, and yeah, I thought it was okay. And then I went home and had dinner and chilled on my PC. And then, oh god, I watched Foxcatcher, which is a movie I've been meaning to watch for a while. But that movie, do not watch it. Don't watch it. It's fucking dog shit. I've never, like, an hour into the movie, I just wanted to die, but I was like, I'm so deep now, I have to finish it. Maybe it gets better, and also, I'm deep enough that I have to finish it. But yeah, that movie is fucking garbage. Like, my dad's an idiot, and, like, sometimes he's literally thrown, like, DVDs out or like broken them and just thrown them in the garbage, and me and my mum have always been like, what the fuck. But no, this movie, I like, if I had it on DVD, it probably would have had the same fate as like my dad's ones, because holy shit, it was bad. It was 2 hours and nothing happened, I'm gonna spoil the movie now because who the fuck cares? You're not gonna watch it. Hopefully, if you do, you're dumb because it's a bad movie. Basically, it's a based on a true story. It's about like these two wrestler brothers, and then one of them is like pretty much autistic. He's played by Channing Tatum, and he's basically autistic, or at least like so weird, and that comes across in his character. Then he gets invited by this millionaire billionaire dude to wrestle at his place. The millionaire billionaire dude, I don't know how rich he is, but yeah, is also pretty fucked in the head. And then yeah, they have a relationship, like friendship, maybe a bit more. I think he like abuses Channing Tatum. And then it's just very slow. Nothing fucking happens. Um, I don't even know if there's any other important details. Then Channing Tatum becomes useless and is a worse wrestler, and it's just shit story. Nothing happens. So slow paced, so boring. And then in the end, the brother gets shot. Big spoiler there. And yeah, nothing happens. 2 hours of nothing. There's no good ending. No, like the whole movie is dog shit. So that was really fucking upsetting to me. Oh my god. Anyway, enough of that. Don't watch Foxcatcher. It's awful. And all the reviews say that it's a good movie. I don't understand. You'd have to have some fucking brain tumor or something to like think that movie's anywhere near good. Like the real story that it's based on, maybe cool story, but not movie material, alright? Like fuck. Okay, so 27th of November. I woke up at 11 a.m. Edited a Shanghai video for a bit, which still hasn't come out. I'm behind on videos because I have real life fucking me in the arse. So yeah, that sucks. Then I talked to an Australian friend about being homeless, and he's like, sure, nice. And then, yeah. Oh, this was on the Monday, so this was the day I had to leave. So I packed my things, and then I left the company place. And then I went to where I'm staying now, which I'm staying with this lady who I met on WeChat who offered me her place to stay. And she has been like fucking like a hero, like super nice and accommodating. I'll just go through like the days because that's better than just, I don't know. But anyway, she's been so fucking nice. So when I arrived, she made fried rice, which is really good. I love fried rice. I think I've mentioned that multiple times. Gave me the couch that can turn into like a little bed sort of deal. And then told me, you eat whatever you want. Like there's snacks, fruit, eat whatever. And I was like, okay, like shit. So very nice and accommodating. Which she shouldn't have said that because there's Snickers here. But no, I'm not going to, be a douche. But anyway, yeah, she's really nice. And then I couldn't sleep because I was trying to figure out if I would join the family with the 8-year-old I just talked about before. And then I was figuring out visa issues with the Lope agency because they said they might not help me with my visa if they couldn't find a family for me, which is fair enough. But this is on the 27th of November, they tell me that. And my visa runs out on the 30th, so it's pretty fucked up. And yeah, then I planned potentially going to Hong Kong because I'm on a 30-day 2-entry visa, so going to Hong Kong would mean I have 30 more days to sort things out. But yeah, I couldn't sleep at all that night. Super fucking stressed out. I think I got 4 hours of sleep, maybe? Like, yeah. So then on the 28th, I woke up at 7. Yeah, 4 hours of sleep. And then I went to the West Lake area to meet up with a friend. It was actually supposed to be like 4 friends, but everyone bailed. But yeah, met up with her. I had a milk tea, the normal one, with the bubbles. But I think I've seen black bubbles. These ones were brownish and they tasted kind of weird. It was okay, but it wasn't great. So there you go. Yeah, family informed me they wouldn't do anything with an agency. It was too expensive, and I was like, fuck, because that was like my out. That would have been so nice. It would have fixed everything. And then I met up with the dad at this visa place to figure it out, and he was such, like, ooh, that actually made me, like, not want to join the family talking to him for, like, 15 minutes. He just talked so fucking big. He was like, oh, you have to go to Hong Kong to fix your visa. And I was like, the agency can do it without going to Hong Kong. And he's like, oh, you believe everything they say. Like, he was just talking shit about the agency, which is a bold move because they're not the greatest people in the world, sure, whatever, but they've done so much to help me, and I'm not even with them yet. You know, like they've done a lot for me. But he was talking shit, and he was like, and then while he was saying, "Oh, the agency," like he was talking himself up, like, "Oh, we can fix visa easy. Don't worry. I get you student visa, easy, easy, easy." I'm like, "Sure," but like I don't. He talked big, and I didn't believe him. But yeah, spent an hour for that, only to go to the guy at the passport place and just believe me. Okay, so it was really useless. I didn't. Yeah. But oh well. So that made me kind of like not want to join that family, and can't really just because of the visa issues. And then yeah, at night I booked the train to Hong Kong, which I booked it super late, so I couldn't get the sleeper train, which sucked. I had to get a 10-hour normal train in a seat. I got yeah, both trains inconvenient, and then the hotel or hostel I paid for was super expensive because booking it the night before, and I didn't. I booked the same place as the agency booked me in last time, like middle of Hong Kong, which I shouldn't. I should have either booked right next to the customs, just because it was a waste of time going all the way in there, and it cost money with the train. It was like, yeah. Or I should have gone to Hong Kong and then come out straight away and then booked a hotel in Shenzhen. That would have also been cheaper. And I should have booked the train. There were 10 different like things that could have been done that would have been better. I did it in like the worst possible way at the last minute. So yeah, it was pretty fucking dumb. Wait, there was more I need to say here. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was the train issue. I did everything the worst way you could possibly do it, basically. And then yeah, I tried to time everything and see how long it would take to get from where I am now to the station, because I needed to catch the train at 9 a.m. And also the hostel cost more for one night than it did last time for 2 nights. So that's just to describe how much I got fucked. But yeah. And then the lady I'm staying with, she gave me fruit and biscuits for my travels, and she was offering to give me more stuff. Like, she was just being super nice. And then yeah, I got home. I think the order I've written this in is kind of weird. But yeah, I got home super late after being out with the dad for the visa thing. And then I bought food for Hong Kong, and I bought like basically Snickers. And I bought a power bank so that I had battery for the 10-hour train. Came home at 5 p.m. And then I filled out a application form for a new agency. And then I also wait, I don't even know what agency that was. I'm not sure. And then I talked to Beijing lady, which the Le Pair agency wanted me to, which, fuck, I'm shaking the camera. Which I didn't, like, it did not sound good. I did it to make the agency happy mostly. She was, talking about cleaning standards, how their older pair didn't clean the dishes properly, so they had to re-clean them after him. Which I don't think, if he can't clean the dishes properly, I don't see how I could. Like, their standards must just be high. I don't think he's the problem. And then also cleaning the bathroom, like, stuff like that. And then she kept saying that their boy didn't follow rules and stuff, and oh, maybe you can get him to, the other au pairs couldn't, and I was like, I don't know, it did not sound good. So yeah, and also it's in Beijing, which is a good city if you're a tourist, but I don't really want to live there. I think living there is kind of shitty, so yeah, I'm not really happy about that, but whatever. Okay, and then after talking to her, the interview, that's when I bought the train ticket to Hong Kong and stuff. Which there was actually a sleeper train available before I did the interview, and then after the interview, when I went to buy the tickets, it wasn't. So yeah, fuck me, right? Okay, 29th of November. I woke up at 5:45 a.m. So again, I got 4 hours of sleep at most. This is second day in a row that's happened. And then I got to the metro when it opened. And then I was at the East Railway Station much earlier than I expected. So I spent about 2 hours, I think, doing nothing, just sitting there, being bored. But better be early than, 5 minutes late. I was so scared of missing the train. Some guy when I entered the train, some nice guy was like, "Hey, I want to add you on WeChat. Talk. Where are you from?" So I was like, "Okay, sure." Like that's just another example. Everyone's super friendly. And then I got on the train. I had the window seat, which is annoying for getting out and going to the bathroom and shit. But you can watch, the landscape and have a view, I guess. So it's not, yeah. It's better than middle seat for sure. Also, you have less space than the aisle seat. But anyway, I sat next to two ladies who did their own thing and didn't speak to me. And then afterwards, I sat next to a man and a woman where the man was like really interested in talking to me. He's like, "Oh, where are you from? What are you doing?" He didn't speak English, so we talked on WeChat with Translate. And then he gave me some sort of meat. Like, China, they eat a lot of weird meat. He gave me some weird meat, and it was super spicy. I had one piece of it, and it was just like like really, really, really spicy. So yeah. And then I declined the next piece. I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm good. It's too spicy." But yeah. Also, my headphones I had, they're over there. They broke 3 hours into the 10-hour train ride, so I didn't have headphones going home either. So it was a very, very, very long ride. But yeah, I need to go buy headphones after this video, actually. Oh, and on the train they had an actual toilet. And yeah, that's gonna blow your mind right here, I know it. But they also had actual toilet paper. I've never, the fuck? Like a train that has a toilet and toilet paper? It was ridiculous. I was so confused. When I saw it, I was like, whoa. So yeah, that happened. I'm not lying. I swear. Should have taken a photo for proof. Anyway, what else? Oh, the last 3 hours of the train ride had like really nice landscape. There was these huge mountains that had these like really nice weird trees on them, and then there were rice fields, and then there were these other fields that had, I don't know what it was. It could have been tea. I don't think so though. But yeah, just really nice like farming area and like nice landscape. Lots of mountains, lots of open like really like vast amount of like bodies of water, I guess. I don't know. Like just really like big water and mountains and all this stuff. So it was I guess they're lakes maybe. So that was really really cool. Like the landscape in China is really beautiful. Which yeah, I don't know what else to say. It is what it is, you know. So yeah. Okay, then I arrived in Shenzhen at 7:30 p.m. and then I went to Shenzhen North Station because my train didn't even stop at the right place, the 10-hour train, mind you. So then I had to take the metro from Shenzhen North to Lu Ho, I think that's how you pronounce it, Customs, which was actually pretty simple. I asked the guy for help and he helped, and it took an hour or so. And then I went through customs ridiculously fast, mostly because there were not that many people and not many of them were in the foreigner line. And then I took the metro to Hong Kong, which I'd forgotten about how Hong Kong works. As soon as I got on the metro through customs and on the metro to going into Hong Kong, I asked someone about my stop, and I always ask in as few words as possible, and just try and make what I'm saying very clear, because then Chinese people can understand it. So I was just like, "This stop," and then she just spoke to me in English. She was like, "No, it's not this stop," and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Hong Kong. I forgot." And then yeah, another lady asked me, "Oh, so where are you going?" So yeah, people can speak English in Hong Kong. You have to remember that. But yeah. I arrived at the hostel at like 10:30. I think 10 o'clock. I had to exchange money, which the first one I went to, they said I could get like for 450 RMB, I could get 475 Hong Kong dollars. Then I went to the next window right next to it, and they said I could get 500, and I was like, okay then. But anyway, I still think I got bad currency rates, but I didn't really have a choice. So anyway, then I what's it called? Yeah, I got to the hostel, which again I should have just taken something in Shenzhen or taken something closer and cheaper. I only took it because I'd been there before, so I knew how to get there, because I'm really bad at directions and I'm really worried about it. But yeah, I made everything way more complicated and expensive than it had to be. I got there, and then the same old guy was at the desk as last time. And last time, I couldn't find my name on the list of bookings. So, and he, like, made fun of me for that. He's like, oh, why can't you find your name? This time I found it instantly, and he's like, oh, you found your name instantly. I remember you. And I was like, fuck me. And then, he asked for a deposit, which, standard stuff. And I was able to give him RMB instead of Hong Kong dollars, because obviously I'm leaving the next day, so getting 100 deposit back is worthless to me. And then said I was there, I had to leave early in the morning. And then because he knew me, and he's like, I know you, you're my friend. I didn't have to, I got my deposit back because I was leaving early in the morning. And I guess I think the front desk was still open because it said 24/7, but maybe not. I don't know. He said that I could have my deposit back because he knew me. And he's like, oh, first time I ever do that, which I don't know if it's true. But either way, it was nice of him to give me my deposit back so I could just leave early in the morning with no troubles, no checkout. And then also, he gave me the same double room as I had last time, which you'll see in a vlog at one point. It's coming. I'm so behind on the videos. But yeah, he gave me the 2-bed thing, which didn't make much difference, but whatever. But, yeah. Then I watched a little YouTube, talked to my dad, and went to bed at, 12, I think. But I didn't sleep till, 2 a.m. Okay, so then yesterday, I woke up again at, 5:30 a.m., got to the train, and then the metro, sorry. And then I took the first one that was there, and I went through the whole process again, like I just said, except backwards. So I had to take... getting to the customs is a lot harder than getting from it, because they have just train lines work in Hong Kong. I had to switch 3 different trains, I think, on the metro. And then I got to customs, and I went through it. And then I had to take line 4, and then line 1, I think, forever. And then I got to North Station, which... I was really worried about being late, so I woke up at 5:30, whatever, and I ended up arriving at the train station at 8 a.m. I'm not sure how I did it so fucking fast, but if there had been lines at customs or there'd been problems, it would have been bad. So yeah, I arrived way too early. My train was at 11:30, and I arrived at 8, maybe 8:30. But I was super worried and paranoid about being late. I could not miss that train. So yeah, I spent a fuck ton of time in that train station doing nothing. I had a McDonald's bacon pancake... It wasn't a pancake like, the ones you eat. It was like a roll. Like a kebab, but not at all. And it had bacon and egg in it. And yeah, it was pretty nice. But yeah. Basically just did that, got on the train, and then there's no interesting stories from the train. It was 10 hours without music or anything, and I just sat there. I contacted 2 new Shenzhen agencies about doing shit, which I think one of them is actually talking to me now. Yeah, contacted those 2, and said I would send them an application form when I got home from the train, and figure stuff out. Because the way it's looking now, I'm not going to get a place in Hangzhou 100%. The agency that's been nice to me are trying to get me to Beijing, which I don't want. They also have Shanghai families, but I don't know if they're finding any. And then, yeah. So now I'm sort of looking into Shenzhen agencies, which, like I mentioned, I was just at Shenzhen North Station. So Shenzhen is right next to Hong Kong. And the climate there is really nice. I think it was 25 degrees at night. It's much hotter in Shenzhen. Here it's fucking freezing now. It's 13 degrees, and I'm sitting in this apartment with a blanket on. It's cold as fuck. But yeah, I'm thinking going to Shenzhen. The host lady I'm staying with, she actually said that Shenzhen might be nicer than Hangzhou, which I don't know if I agree, but that's what she thinks. But yeah, nice. It's warm and stuff. So I talked to 2 agencies, and I'm trying to figure out if I can get a family in Shenzhen. Because that would actually be nice. That would, solve my problems at least to an extent. Because I've accepted I won't get anything in Hangzhou. And beyond anything else, I don't want to go home. But anyway, I was on the train, had cup noodles, had a bunch of Snickers, which my face looks so fucked up. I have red dots everywhere, which I don't even know if they're pimples. I looked in the mirror at one point, I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know what it is. I think I'd like to say, oh, I've eaten a bunch of chocolate, so it's pimples, but I don't even think so. It's like red, weird dots. I think, honestly, these past, like, 4 or 5 days, it's just been, like, so stressing on, like, my mental and physical, like, well-being, I guess, that maybe that's why, like, the last 3 days, I only slept 5 hours or less every day, which is obviously not healthy. And then when I am awake, I'm a fucking mess, like a stressed out ball of like shit. So yeah, my mental, like physically and mentally, I feel like absolute shit. I just want to cry and die, and it's terrible. So yeah, and I think yeah, you can notice it, I think, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I got off the train at 10 p.m., which is late, and then I took the train home, the metro home, sorry. And then my host here was like ready for me to come home. And then I walked through the gate of this apartment complex, and I didn't. She was apparently there. She was waiting there for me, which was really nice of her again. But I didn't even see her because I was just so focused on like I need to get her. I was like, I don't know. I'm a stressed out. Everything is just fucking awful. But yeah, came home, and then she made me late night dinner, which was really nice. I mean, eating dinner at 11 p.m. is a bit pointless, but she was she was just so fucking nice. She made me like this soup that had I can't what she called them lotus or something. Some flower that's at Westlake. It had the roots of those in it, and yeah, some soup, and then rice, and then oranges, and then tea as well. I've been drinking so much tea with her. I had black tea, white tea, and red tea, I think. And yeah, all of them are pretty nice. And then also this other one. But yeah, she's just been super fucking nice and accommodating. I feel really bad. I need to ask her how long I can stay for, which I don't know how long that is. I'm fine if she kicks me out soon. I would obviously need a new place to stay. And I don't know how long I can afford a hostel or whatever. So it'd be kind of bad. But I could totally understand it. I mean, she's already done so much for me. Like, it's insane, just like how generous she's been. So yeah, I really, really appreciate everything she's done. And I've told her that. I've said thank you. But, yeah, what else? Then when I got home, instead of going to sleep, I wrote the application form for one of the Shenzhen agencies and sent it. And I think she's messaging me now, so I'll get back to that when I'm done filming this. But yeah, I think that's it for the week. Alright, so just ending notes here. I've already gone into it a bit. My plan is to try and get a family in Shenzhen now. I think that would be a good idea. Or Shanghai if that works out. I don't want to go to Beijing. Oh, fuck, I forgot to say stuff. Okay, so the Beijing family actually accepted me after the interview. But I'm really iffy about going there. The agency is like, oh, we think you should. You'd regret it. They're good. And I actually talked to their former au pair, and he had nice things to say. He liked them. So I'm very iffy if I should do it or should not. But, I mean, it's better than no family and going back to Denmark. But right now I'm just trying to explore my options because I'd love to have that as like a last resort, but I really don't want to do it right now. But, yeah. So I don't know. Also, when I was on the train, this is fucked up, by the way. So before my old agency fucked me over and like screwed me, they were trying to get me, after the family stopped the program, they were trying to get me with a family from Ningbo, which I talked about earlier. I did a 10-minute interview, and this lady was like, oh, you seem like a nice boy, and then the interview stopped after 10 minutes, which was weird. She just like, I've heard everything. Then the agency basically made it out like she was still thinking or hadn't decided, and then I didn't hear any more from it, so I just thought, whatever, fuck, whatever. But she did add me on WeChat, and then this was like 2 weeks ago. Then yesterday she messages me, and she goes, hello, are you still in Hangzhou? I need an au pair. My current au pair is, he has an accent. So there's two problems here. One, she picked a different au pair instead of me, which is fine. I'm totally fine. Maybe there's someone more qualified for the role. Fine. But then she comes back to me to get me as like some. I don't want to be second pick. So that's like really like fuck you. And then also the way she said, she's like, he has an accent. He's from South. He's really not. He's from South America, and he's really really nice. But he has an accent. So I'd like you to come. Look, what the fuck? Like, you obviously knew this guy was from South America. You presumably had a video chat with him, so you knew he had an accent. Like, why'd you hire him then? So this poor kid from South America is about to get fired and fucked after 2 weeks. After he's come to China and been there for 2 weeks. Because this lady apparently doesn't like his accent, which she should have known ahead of time. So that really rubbed me the wrong way, that she second picks me and that she's fucking over some guy. So yeah. I guess I have the option to go there. That's in Ningbo though, which I don't want to go there. And I especially don't want to go to a lady like that. Because if she can fuck him over after 2 weeks, then what if in a month she thinks that my hair is too long, or she doesn't like that I wear shorts, or I don't fucking know, maybe I'm like, she could find some arbitrary thing to kick me out for. I mean, she's kicking this guy out for his accent when she already knew he had one, I swear. So anyway, that was just information I forgot to tell you. Back to my, like, sob story. Yeah, so I'm thinking of going to Shenzhen. People have been saying that, oh, maybe I should just go home. But the thing is, I have nothing to go home to. I'd become a depressed mess, and I would just, like, sit in my room and cry. I don't have anything to do. Like, I would have to get a job, which I don't want to get a job. And that's presuming I could even get a job, which might not be possible. But yeah, I don't want to. So I have nothing to return home to. Also, I've really enjoyed my time in China. Like, before this whole mess and being fucked and, like, wanting to die every day, I really enjoyed it. I used to think to myself, damn, like, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I'm walking around on these streets, people, like, smiling at me. Everyone's, like, so friendly and nice. If I want to eat a Snickers, I eat one. If I want some really good lunch, I can get really good, like, lunch. There's good drinks. There's, like, everything. Everything you could desire is here, and it's just so fucking nice. Like, I remember thinking that, and now this last month almost has just been so awful and bad. And I don't want to return to Denmark, and then, because you always remember the most recent stuff, right? If I play 10 games of League of Legends, and I win the first 8 games, and then I lose 2, and then I go to bed. I'm going to go to bed angry, and when I wake up the next day, I'm going to think, fuck, I lost 2 games, I hate my life. I'm not going to think of the 8 wins. So in the same vein, if I go home from Denmark now, I'm not going to think about the nice 3 months and how great China was. I'm just going to be upset and feel like shit and feel like everything was ruined and China was a bad experience. So I don't want to go out on a low. I want to end on a high note. So I really want to find a good family and find success again. And yeah, just be in a good place in China. Because I don't want to end it like this. It's just really shit. And people can say that, like, oh, it's okay to come home. But it feels like a failure. So, yeah, I don't know. Also, I have plans of going to Japan in March. Which, if I go home, that's like a money issue as well. Because then I have to fly from Denmark to Japan. Which costs 3 times as much money. And on top of that, I also have to pay my plane ticket from China to go home. So I'm just going to get money fucked out though, like, yeah, it's going to be bad. So, but yeah, the money is an issue, and then the experience is an issue. I don't want to ruin this experience. And the issue that I don't have anything to come home to or do. So everything is fucking awful. And every week I make these weekly recaps, things just get worse. Which fucking sucks. I hope that next week I can, like, tell you some good news. I keep thinking there's good news coming, and then it just gets worse. Next week I might actually, like, I might not be able to do a video because I might not be able to charge my camera because I might be homeless. I don't know how long I can stay here for. But, yeah, she's been so generous, so I don't even mind if she kicks me out. But, yeah. Things are just getting worse and worse and worse. I've said to myself that I'm going to try till the 20th of December, and then I'll go home. Because there's no point in me sitting here alone on Christmas, like, being sad as fuck. And then also alone on New Year's. And if I haven't found a family by the 20th, then I doubt the 10 days is going to do me much good. So yeah, I'll go home for Christmas, I think. And then I don't even know what I'll do. Like, I'll just be a depressed mess, and I'll just go into, like, a black hole and not want to talk to everyone, I guess. I don't know. There's, like, fuck, everything is just really, really bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my sob story, as usual. I guess they're important to do, but, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully things get better. Probably not. I don't know. Things are looking really shit right now. It doesn't really look like it can get better. Well, it can't get. Well, it can get what? I don't fucking know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Goodbye.